43 families from Woodley Estate are tonight counting losses after a night of demolition by the Nairobi County Government. The demolition, which followed the expiry of a 90-day vacation notice issued by the county, will pave way for the urban renewal project that will see the construction of 1,975 housing units in the next 3 years. Affected residents have appealed to the county government to compensate them. Gatete Njoroge now reports on the fall of one of Kenya's historical estates, built in the 1950s and which was home to the who's who in Kenya's political circle.
Hours before the lapse of the notice to vacate, some of the 43 tenants who had been issued with the notice were busy packing their belongings. This was moments after power was disconnected and Kenya Power officials took away their meters. But even before they could pack, the bulldozers came roaring in their compounds. Former Director of Presidential Events Sami Lui, a resident and one of the 43 affected residents, is seen pleading with the driver of the bulldozer to give him time to collect his valuables. His pleas fall on deaf ears as the bulldozer tore through his house, bringing down everything and anything in its path. A painful moment for a man who lived in this house for over 50 years as a tenant. Outside his home, neighbors were in a rush to save valuables as the bulldozers moved from one home to the other. In total, 19 bungalows and 3 flats with 24 houses were brought down. Come Tuesday morning, and the effects of last night's destruction was palpable. Affected residents agape in utter disbelief, still unable to narrate their ordeal to journalists, only sitting to guard their valuables. All this while youth scavenge for scrap metals to sell.
We were even parking in darkness, and it was a very difficult thing. For me, I was lucky my friends were around, and they helped me pack things in cars and whatever. So everything is all scattered about. As you see, we're just trying to salvage whatever we can so that we can try and put our lives back together. They should just maybe compensate us or something, but Woodley will never be the same. And
following last night's events, residents who were expected to be in phase 2 now live in fear, unsure of when the county government will unleash the bulldozers on them.
Come down and let us know in time so that we don't go through the kind of pain that these people have gone to. You know, if you have lived in a place for that long, 10 years, 20 years, you have some attachment. Much as the lot 2 has not been affected, they could come down and talk to us and give us some agreement and assurance that we shall get houses when they are done.
Lazima tukue na hofu. Ukiona jirani yako akinyolewa na wembe, lazima ujitayarishe, sababu sisi kama residents wa Woodley tuna request, tunataka framework vizuri na measures ili hii kitu ifanyike kwa njia ya amani na njia mzuri.
The county government insists the modern housing project is on course and says the process involved all residents with the affected residents receiving 900,000 shillings as relocation compensation and an allotment letter of a house once the project is complete.
Now we're really on course because we've awarded, we've had public participation, repeatedly we've spoken to the residents, and we're still open to talking to residents because you can never say you've listened enough. But the time for action comes, the project must begin. And it begins on the 1st of December, construction for 36 months.
Governor Sakaja says the urban renewal project is expected to be implemented in 7 other city-county estates. The demolition of houses in Woodley Estate, which came after 2 cases filed to stop the eviction, were dismissed, marking the beginning of an end to one of Kenya's historical estates, where former top political figures in the country resided. After 10 years of negotiations and court battles between residents of Woodley Estate and Nairobi County Government, the county has finally brought down homes belonging to 43 tenants, with those affected urging the county government to ensure they get compensation. Gatete Njoroge, Citizen TV, Woodley, Nairobi.
Moi University